very, very exciting time, that's for sure. But as we said, tons and tons of stuff to watch this evening here on the Gears of War Fight Night. Hopefully you guys are in it for the long haul, because it's going to be a good one, like we said. But it looks like the first game of the evening is about to get underway. Epsilon vs Vitality, the EU 2K Grand Finals. This one, it's going to be good. Like we said, Vitality looking for revenge. How strong is Epsilon going to be, though, this evening? Best of 3, and we're heading into map number 1 as we speak.
Guy Blaze Benson, this is going to be Gears of War Fight Night on Reclaim, and we're going to see who we want to actually kick it off with to start this, because, you know, for you new people out there, we're playing Escalation. You know, we always have new viewers out there.
Yep.
Escalation is going to be Gears of War eSports' new game mode, where it's going to be somewhat like Domination. First to 210 is going to win, or, well, first to 7 rounds is going to win, but you win a round if you cap 210 points first, or if you 3-cap somebody. And we're going to have respawn timers increasing every round. We're going to have halftime at after round 7, and the losing team is also going to be able to place a weapon on the map as well.
This is honestly one of my favorite game modes in any esport. I absolutely love it. I've become the biggest fan of Escalation. It's actually kind of scary. But early on, it looks as if Epsilon, who are going to be our red squad, managed to actually outbang up top, and it seems like Vitality actually falling, so kind of continuing where they left off from the show match, it seems, guys.
And it looks like they're playing heavily for this 3-cap, and we're going to have Hydrone push in there, and now he's going to actually back up and regroup with his teammates. He got a little bit aggressive right there, but he saw the members of Vitality on respawn, so he decided to drop back a little bit, play it smart, wait for the rest of his teammates to respawn, and actually come up with a strategy. You can see at the top of the map, all 4 of those guys have been very heavily locked down, so Vitality either needs to group up. They just had their last team in respawn. That's what they were waiting for. We're going to have smokes coming out right about now, and we're going to see this assault for the B hill.
Yeah, this is where the push is going to come through. Hydrone wisely just backs away. He's using the smoke screen to his advantage here, recognizing that Vitality would have to be crazy to push through, but they've done just that. Hydrone, with the help of one, I believe that was Phelpsy. Looks like Hydrone's going to pick up 2. He's saying, hey, you guys want to challenge me? Come on, man. You have to do better than that. He cleans up the 3rd. What a way to start off Fight Night. A trip cap potentially coming in round number 1.
All 5 members down right there. And Epsilon is going to cap up on this 3-cap to win round number 1. And Hydrone, boy, he came out swinging. He's out here to put on a show.
Not sure if pushing through the smoke there was the wisest decision from Vitality, because you just saw Hydro say, hey, you're going to push through smoke. I have the advantage. I know exactly where to kind of expect you to be pushing from. And the Epsilon will be able to clean up round number 1. Very, very quick. Of course, getting a trip cap in the early rounds, as Guy mentioned earlier on. Your lower respawn rounds is pretty tough to do. And you can see 7 kills for Hydrone in 1 round. And it wasn't as if that round went to 210. That was a trip cap round in just over a minute.
And we're going to see the first weapon placement going down by Vitality. They're going to opt to, you know, give a little love to their anchor, the guy who's going to be on A hill, capping their home hill. They're going to give him a hamburger so he can do a better job at supporting them as they fight for this B hill. And so now we're going to have this assault up top, and it's going to be a 2v3 situation. And Hydrone trying to revive his teammate. He's going to actually pick up a kill off the ground. He's going to go down. Looks like Vitality actually is going to win this fight.
If Hydrone had cleaned that up as well, I would have called him the greatest in the game. Simple as he's playing very, very well, very confident also. To note now as we get on board with D2 though from Vitality, you see Vitality have managed to get control of the B hill. Because of that, their score will be increasing. As it stands, it's around about 40 points now to the 29 of Epsilon. As Vitality looks to try and bounce back here in round number 2. D2 trying to lock down mid-map. He has Gel over to his left-hand side, but it looks as if Gel's going to be pushed there. Almost a 3 versus 1. The crossfire from Epsilon, very, very strong. But D2 still in a very good position here, guy.
Now, it looks like we're seeing a mirror matchup that we saw the last round, but, you know, flipping the teams, and now we're going to see Epsilon make the same push that Vitality made, but the question is, will they be successful? And it looks like Zorx has something to say about that, and he's going to pick up 2 kills, and he's going to hold this position down for his team. Now, the difference that happened between this push and the last push is that Epsilon was able to come out with that 3-cap, but Vitality is going to opt. They wasn't able to get too many members down. He just was able to prevent the push, get 2, and they're just going to reset up.
I think one of the biggest reasons behind that was, if you notice Vitality, they put a lot more resources over towards the B hill. Because of that, one player from Epsilon was able to overextend and actually capture Vitality's home hill, which is of course the A hill. Finally, Vitality is able to get that one back, so they will regain that 2-to-1 hill advantage. And you know, that kind of time wasted has actually allowed Epsilon to set up and potentially go for another B push here. You see them flooding in already. A couple of kills have gone down. Zorkos has done a fantastic job to just stay alive. Has the support of a couple of teammates here. Should be able to get a couple of shots over the wall, but the push is still coming in from Epsilon. 2 kills go in for Crazed. He's now looking for Zorkos, the last remaining player from Vitality. He will fall, and Epsilon with a fantastic break. And also note they've overextended once again over towards the A hill. A big 1v1 going on, and Sam looks as if he's going to win it, but he is pretty weak. He will back away from that A hill.
You know what? Good heads-up play right there, because he's seen that even though he got the down, he opted not to clean it up because he knew his players on respawn. He got as close to his teammates as possible. Now, the thing that I think it was the crime that Epsilon even won that fight at the B Hill, because they all threw their smokes prematurely. You know, we saw all their smokes detonate before they even made a push. Vitality just needs to do a better job at holding off, because they did use all their resources early on in the round.
As now we get on board with Fi, we'll see if he's going to be able to res his teammate. He will. There is also a couple of players down here, and this could be the flick of the switch that Vitality were looking for. They have the lead, 172 to 162. However, they have just lost their own home hill, so Epsilon doing a fantastic job of just overextending at the correct times, not being too reckless, making sure they make the correct decisions. It can get a little crazy towards the end, especially when you start hearing the duns, if you will, at the closing stages of this game. Hydron, though, still alive, trying to do his best over here at that home hill, looking to potentially try and win this one-on-one. As it stands, though, I believe Vitality should be good to clean up this round, as they are capping their home hill 2-1 to 196. B still momentarily neutral. That should be just long enough for Vitality, surely.
Yeah, that last 1v1, that was the fight for the game right there, and Vitality will pull away right here, and they will tie this up 1-1. So now we're going to see Epsilon put their first weapon placement down, and with the options that are left here, you know, since Vitality chose to put their hammerbirds down to support the anchors of both teams, maybe we see some frag grenades, not so much frag grenades, but incense or shot grenades come up top on the dual spots, and that's what I think exactly what we're going to see, these shot grenades to kind of prevent the push into the B hill, make that fight just, you know, just a little bit more longer, a little bit more difficult.
I mean, you consider that Epsilon, you know, round one, they won that initial engagement. Second round, Vitality were the ones that actually managed to control mana a little bit better. So just give yourself an extra tool that may potentially just make your life a little easier. Plus, those shot grenades can't kill you, but they can down you. So you've seen some pretty good placements from players all around the world from what we've seen so far in Gears of War 4.
And I think as we move forward here, especially into round 3, whoever loses, we're going to see more drastic weapon placements, considering the options that's left that's lined up across the middle of the map.
I wanted to ask you, obviously, you know, we've been doing these show matches for a while now. Latin America, when we talked about Splice, the boom was something which was very, very well kind of known for that region. Oh, you know, they lose first round, they're going to put boom down, they're just going to try and mess up the map. Is Europe renowned for any kind of similar strategies like that, or is it kind of similar to North America where it's like, hey, we're going to play heads up and we'll give ourselves the occasional big power weapon on the map?
It's definitely more so towards North America. They haven't been known to do anything too drastic just yet. And, you know, we're still learning a lot about these guys in their competition. So, but they favor more towards the North American teams, if anything.
Okay, well, Crazed, he's going to be on your screens, as it looks as if Epsilon will have won that early engagement up towards B. Of course, plenty of time for that to break, though, as Fi makes his way back up towards the C hill. He's fresh off spawn. He's going to be waiting for some teammates to potentially help here, though, because do bear in mind, we're at round 3 here, so there's respawn delay. It is going to be around about 14 seconds, so he needs to make sure that you make your team pushes here. There's no point being a solo player, try to be a hero, make a big overextension, which could potentially cost your team the round. We've seen that happen several times so far here on Fight Night, but quick look at that overhead, and you can see the way things are kind of shaping up. A 2 versus 1 up top at that B hill in Vitality's favor, and you see immediately Fi, he recognizes he can help his teammate out here. You know, you can try and push and try and get control of that B hill, start reducing the early lead in this round that Epsilon have been able to build.
And, you know, looks like Vitality is going to opt to go for the enemy's home hill rather than trying to break that defensive setup at B, which is a smart move because Epsilon, they're set up there pretty nicely, just push across and put some pressure on their home hill. So if they can win this man advantage fights that they have here, it'll be good, and it can buy them some more time until Epsilon can actually respawn and set up and make an assault back for the home hill. But what they're going to do is they're going to opt to cap, and now they're going to flank Epsilon on his B hill. And the question is Hydron going to see the flank coming? It looks like he's going to actually get caught off guard. So the 3 cap is coming in, but we know it's not going to happen because Vitality is here. So they get control over the neutral hill, but it's a member on Epsilon who's just doing such a great job rotating to the enemy's home hill and keeping both of those in lock.
I thought that was an unusual play right there from Hydra. You would have expected him to kind of turn around there. Your home hill has just been capped. You had a call out from a teammate who says, hey, I was in a 1v2.
Well, we assume he had a call out.
I hope there was a call out. Let's just put it that way. But Hydra, unfortunately, not able to defend that B hill, wasn't able to take anyone down with him. That was unfortunate right there for Phelpsy. Right straight into Fi's shotgun, and Vitality looking to try and once again take control of this B hill, although it will be Phelpsy up there who should regain control for Epsilon as it stands a 184 to 140 lead in favor of Epsilon. They've done a fantastic job to get an early lead as Phelpsy once again manages to defend that B hill pretty much by himself. He's been a lone warrior. Some good Lantern crossfire is being put down, but Phelpsy again with another win. Nicely done by him, and that honestly should be enough for Epsilon to win this round.
You know, we see a lot of talent come out of this EU pool, you know, of players here from the Europe scene. Just because the simple fact is that, you know, these guys, they have one of the more bigger scenes out there, a little bit bigger than Latin America, a little bit bigger than the Australian scene. And we see a lot more talent out of these guys because, you know, Phelpsy, I've seen him do so much crazy stuff. We've seen Hydrone going off. We've seen Sam and Ash go off before, Gels as well. And so I think we're definitely going to be in here for a show tonight. And take a look at the weapon placement. They're going to opt to actually block a spawn at the bottom of the map.
You a fan of that decision? Bear in mind, obviously, what has been placed down so far.
I definitely am a fan of that decision, and Vitality is going to do that. They're going to block that off to make sure that Epsilon does not put anything down there that's going to bait them from the fight that they feel like they're winning at the B hill. So by them blocking it off, they can put that boom shot there, they can put that torque board drop shot, and they can focus all their attention up top in the fight that they've been playing these last 2-3 rounds.
So a lot of sense is on board with Grace. He's going to go down, and it seems as if Vitality will win this up top break, and it has been back and forth there when you look at these past couple of rounds. You know, Epsilon won it the first round, Vitality the second, Epsilon the third. It looks as if Vitality has been able to do it here in round number 4. So once again, the early advantage in their favor.
And that right there, that kill should allow them to play for this 3 cap because the last 2 members are going to be out of position to even stop this domination. But they will have 2 more there. They just need the support fire to come in, and domination will not happen because the 2 players did respawn in time for Epsilon. So this is going to be a crucial fight, though. Vitality
just kind of backed out of that one. They didn't really want to be too aggressive. They didn't want to overcommit there. Of course, as you mentioned, you know, respawn delay at this point, 16 seconds. So you overextend, you overcommit. You could potentially leave yourself vulnerable to a trip cap. At least you're going to lose all map control, that's for sure. But Vitality may have just had a chance there, but decided to kind of back away. And now you'll see Epsilon just try and regain a little bit here as they try and use that numerical advantage up top here at B. It hasn't worked the last couple of times they've pushed it, but they're going to go for it again. And D2 and Badge have other ideas. Vitality, in fact, sorry, that was 5. Vitality doing a fantastic job of just keeping hold of that B hill. And it just seems, so far in the first 3 rounds, Guy, whoever's been able to get that early control has just dominated the round.
Yeah, and, you know, in order to play for a quick domination, you got to have your player who's playing for your home hill, and also your player that's playing on mid stairs, be able to rotate and pinch the enemy's home hill as soon as you slay that fight up top. And the domination was close to coming in. Ash has something to say about it, but he's going to get some help from his teammate. But there's going to be 3 Vitality members on his hill, and we got members of Epsilon coming in 1 by 1, picking up straight kills. But I don't think that's going to be enough for these guys. And the sole member of Phelpsy not able to break that in time.
He was close, though. He was definitely close. That ties things up now. 2 rounds apiece. It has, as we mentioned, been back and forth. And what a good game number 1 here for Gears of War Fight Night. Looking at that scoreboard, 5 with 10 kills. I believe it's Phelpsy with 11 kills, though.
You know, we saw Hydrone have a big first round. He's only picked up 1 kill since then, though.
Do you think, potentially looking at that, the grenades mid-map, do you think that's potentially going to help out Epsilon here, or will it potentially hinder them? Because theoretically, it's their turn now to win up top control.
So I think it's going to help out. It's going to help Epsilon more because Epsilon hasn't been too aggressive in fighting for that B room. They've been kind of giving it to Vitality, and I think this round they're going to actually bait Vitality into taking B and then play for these nades and use those nades to regain control. But we're going to see D2. He's going to play for these nades knowing that he cannot give them up for free to the opposing team, and that smoke's going to come in for the stun. But this fight's going to be a very, very passive one. Nobody's going to get these nades as yet, and also nobody has control over this B hill.
I think you kind of pulled it perfectly, but it's almost as if Vitality read Epsilon's bluff, saying, hey, you want to try and bait us onto B hill and play for nades? We're not going to let that happen. They have 2 players with a fantastic line of sight here on Phelpsy. He's still thinking about it. Just wondering, can he potentially just try and sneak up, grab him and go? And now it will be the time. Saw a player from Vitality just kind of back away and lose vision on Phelpsy. He says, thank you very much, easily done. And now the push over towards B will happen. The nades are going to be just so useful. The gel goes down, fire goes down, and just like that, Epsilon kind of walk onto the B hill and say, all right, well, this is mine now. I'm the captain now.
And you know what? We called it out so perfectly. And you know, it almost like Vitality saw the bait there for the nades. I mean, you know, for them to come in there and take the hill, and they were countering it, but somebody just lost their train of thought and said, hey, you know what? Let me go somewhere else and just stop defending the nades.
Just give away the nades for free. And just like that, B goes under their control. And it looks as if C's going to be under Epsilon control as well. So a trip cap comes in round number 5.
No, I got to give fault to D2 on that one because I don't know, you know, where he went because it seemed like it was his job to defend those nades, and he kind of got sidetracked and went off somewhere else on the map, and you know, that cost him the round.
Now, of course, the final round before the half. Do we see maybe something a little bit bigger placed on the map? A sniper rifle, M-bar, even boom?
You know what? I do put something big, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Vitality, they've been getting in here every single time before Epsilon. Epsilon has been very, very passive. Now, if you can get in here and get you a weapon, you know, for that, then by all means, force Epsilon to actually push in here and stop baiting you. You know what? You got to force them to actually take that fight because they haven't been taking it.
And it has kind of been costing them, although back and forth so far. If history is to repeat itself so far from map number 1, this will be Vitality's turn to get early control of the B hill. We'll wait and see. There was 3 players actually, or sorry, 2 rather, sending towards mid map from both our 2 squads here. So that, again, that fight for frag grenades, we saw how important it was last round, of course.
Vitality actually opted not to cap their home hill here.
That's a bold move.
The double kill by D2 in the middle of the map for control. Now at this point, we're going to see what Vitality can do to make up for it. They actually got in here, so they got control of the ensigns as well. They actually picked up ensign kill.
They have everything. They have absolutely everything as it stands. You expect to see that flood come in. There's only 2 players up for Epsilon, Hydrone and Savin. To be quite frank, one of them is completely out of position. I believe that is Hydrone. He's fallen as well. That kill's going to be cleaned up. Yes, it is. And now the flood for C should come through here, and Vitality looking to just kind of trade rounds back and forth.
They got another ensign as well here. I don't know if I agree with that ensign, kind of blocking your teammates from getting in there. But, you know...
Like, hey, you know the hill you want to cap? No,
not today. But they do have them all trapped now. They cannot let them get out of here. They need to keep tabs on everybody on Epsilon from getting out of their off their home hill here, and I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. They know exactly where they are. You see a lot of team fire coming in, forcing Epsilon to back up. They can't make this push for the home hill, but it's definitely a perfect push that they want to make here.
And that was 20-second respawns. Bear that in mind, and it seems as if that was an opportunity once again wasted from Vitality. And if you think back, that's the 2nd time now where we've seen them have an opportunity to go for a trip cap and play a little too passive. And Epsilon is a team that will punish you if you do make that mistake time and time again. As Ash thought about overextending there to A, he will fall. Meanwhile, Zorkos, he's also going to be down. Crazer's going to clean him up. That's going to leave Gel up top at B, trying to fight a 1v3. I mean, this is going to be a big one if you're able to win it, but you're just out of position. You don't have team support. You've given Epsilon a free kill.
Wow.
Epsilon's going to pounce on that. They're going to make their way over towards A, and that should be a trip cap in their favor.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost right now, because how do you give up control of that B hill after you slay Epsilon the way that you did? It's 20-second respawns, and they were just a little bit too aggressive over the home hill. But you know, I can't be mad at that because it's 20-second respawns. But after you've seen it didn't work out, drop back to your proper positions and defend the B hill. There was only one guy up there. Everybody else dropped back to defend their home hill, and that's not priority.
On board now with D2. He's thinking about trying to push up towards the C hill. Ash will be in there from Epsilon, as D2 now recognize, hey, I'm in a 1v2. I could probably do with some help, but it doesn't matter. He's already full, and that's going to leave 5 by himself. Essentially just trying to fight a 1v3. He is able to take 1 down with him, so I guess tries to keep the numbers advantage relatively even. Another big 1v1's going on that home hill, but Ash will win that and secure the C hill once again for Epsilon. But again, damage has kind of already been done. You look at that scoreboard, it's about to be 180 in Epsilon's favor. They're pushing Vitality's home hill in the form of A. It's going to be Gel who has to win a 1v1 against Craze. Craze more than happy to just back away. They're playing for points at this point. They don't want to make any mistakes. More than happy to play the 210.
Yeah, and I think that plan for 210 is definitely a smart move here. There's not enough members of Vitality up right now for them to actually contest these 2 hills. They're 3 points away. This is going to be Epsilon with a 4-2 lead here.
Yep, absolutely. No one able to wrap that B hill quick enough. So nicely played by Epsilon. To close things in.
So it was such a beautiful opening. D2 forced the nades, and he actually went up there with a smoke grenade out. He grabbed it, and so as soon as he picked him up and went down, he just detonated it, picked up a double kill with that. Then they actually got control over the incense that they placed, picked up another kill right after, at least a few seconds after. Now you got 3 players down for about 14, 15 seconds, and you still can't get that home hill? I'm lost on that one.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
It definitely is, but that just shows, especially with this new game mode, you have to play fast. You have to know exactly what's going on at all times. But, folks, we are going to be here at halftime now.
I feel like that's something that, just to kind of touch on once again, we've been talking about throughout pretty much every event that we've seen in all the fight nights, is the best teams in the world, when they get an opportunity, they're so quick, they react so fast, they know exactly what they're going to do in every given situation, and that's exactly why they are the best in the world. If you hesitate just for a second, it can cost you in this game mode. But as you said, at the half, of course, the hills have now flipped. We have D, E, and F, E being the neutral in the middle. Early on, though, it is Epsilon trying to build on the momentum they got from that first half. Already have D and E under their belt. Once again, trying to build themselves a lead.
Now we're going to see both teams, they're going to take their focus off from that elevation up top where that foreign B hill is, and they're going to focus on the bottom half of the map, but we still may see a few stray players actually go up there because there's still a lot of sight lines that you can see the whole map on and control the map from up there. So, but it's not going to be as heavily contested as it was before here. But now we're going to actually see Vitality control both home hills, so they opted to give up E early on and actually push across map and play for Epsilon's home hill, and that may have been the best play. They will control another 2 hills here in the game, so they're going to slowly take the lead. Now they just have to defend this Epsilon push.
And that's a strategy you've kind of preached about a lot so far this year, is if you can control the opposition's 2 home hills, your home hill and their home hill, you force the other team to break their own setup. They can't just stay at the mid-neutral hill. They have to then leave that, and it gives you potential to try and retake control of that, and it was pretty much textbook stuff from Vitality there, as they now control F and E, looking to try and set up a good defensive perimeter. They're building themselves a bit of a lead here as well, despite it only being marginal at this point. Well, of course, Grove, they can keep this setup locked down. Kills, however, going in favor of Epsilon down below at that E hill. Baghdad looks to just try and put a couple of shots down just to support his team, but those gunfights, once again, won by Vitality.
And to touch a little bit more on that, it's the thought process of if the enemy team is holding that neutral hill with just such a good setup, they got 4 guys there, 3 guys there, you can't break it. Well, bait them out. Say, hey, it's other things that we can play for here, so we're going to force your teamwork. We're going to see how good you guys actually are, and go play for their home hill and force those guys to break their own setup.
Going with Phelpsy from Epsilon as Epsilon tried to just force their way through towards this E hill, having absolutely no nonsense. As Phelpsy finds himself his second. That's going to be E under their control. Vitality with no choice but to back away. But the problem is, for Epsilon now, they need to at least touch that F hill, try and get it neutral, and you can see them flooding over to that hill. They need to be careful no one overextends, though they will not win here with a 2-to-1 advantage. As Hydro now, as they're cleaning up the one player who was OEing, they're going to flood it. Do they have the numbers, though? That's going to be the question. They need to at least keep it neutral. Bear in mind, you can't lose E at that point, and D2 turns around and says, Hydro, man, you're a bit too slow for my liking there, pal. Shuts him down, and Vitality will win this round.
Vitality fighting back. You know what? And this is actually a better Vitality than we saw in week 1 in the show match. You know, they opened up Gears of War, the first Gears of War fight night, and they took a brutal beating on Foundation, but this Vitality squad, you know, I'm happy to see this team.
It's interesting as well, when you look at the scoreboard, I'm pretty sure Epsilon is pretty heavily out-fragging in terms of total kills. They do have the advantage, but Vitality managed to just kind of close out these games. I mean,
exactly. That's what it's all about.
15, 10, 9 for Epsilon, 12, 14, 16, 8, and 9 over there for Vitality. So just a marginal advantage, nothing too crazy. Of course, Epsilon do still have the lead here in this map number 1 of the best of 3, 4 rounds to 3. We're going to start on the board with Vitality as well, as that push to E comes in, and we're looking at Fi's perspective.
Now this is about to be a good fight here. We're about to see these ensigns go to work. Both teams will have will have a set of ensigns, and the question is who's going to use them the best. And we're going to see this ensign actually go down on the hill, but he did not fully block the hill off. And we're going to see Phelpsy pick up a double kill with those ensigns and actually kill the opposing player who had the ensign. So Phelpsy, you know, he's able to, you know, catch fire a little bit better than the opposing team.
I see what you did there. That was a good one. That was a good one.
I tried.
Phelpsy, though, definitely being a little bit more efficient with those incense, that's for sure. As you mentioned, picked up 2, as opposed to Vitality basically said, I'm gonna throw an incense around the E hill. Don't worry, I don't want it to hurt you. I'm just trying to scare you a little bit. But it is Epsilon who do have the advantage once again, 59 to 45. Potentially could push over towards that D hill as F is being taken, but they may actually have to focus their resources back over towards F5. Not able to actually connect with that kill. Don't get turned on here though. It's a bit scary for him.
Oh no!
Oh, it's not going well.
Oh, we hit those.
Well. Oh, we definitely hit those. Now he's in absolute trouble.
Oh,
he will
Lord.
fall. Ash managing to buy himself a little bit of time. Had a teammate in support there, but
I wonder can you feel when the camera's on you?
When that happens, I imagine your face goes real red. You get a little bit embarrassed, and
I hope they wasn't watching.
You go real quiet.
See,
if I was playing and my teammate went real quiet and I saw him die, I'm like, what just happened? You get wall started? Is that what happened? Like, you out here choking easy wins? Is that what's going on? Next thing you know, you're LF1.
Nah, you just start making call-outs even harder, so nobody knows that you lost. You just increase the communication.
It's like, that didn't happen, guys. Don't worry about it. Hydro's going to be stuck through the instant. Does manage to just escape, though. Epsilon doing a good job of just buying themselves a little bit of extra time. They built themselves around about a 30+ lead, but you can see the flood from Vitality. They are focused on that F hill. However, the instance from Phelpsy just too strong. He's able to clean up 2. F looks boxes if it will be neutral, so Epsilon should be able to just stroll straight in there and clean up Gel. They will be able to do just that. And this setup that Epsilon have is just fantastic, it seems. Vitality not able to do it. I feel like they need to kind of switch things up a little bit now. This is the third time we've seen them try and push for that F hill unsuccessfully. You need to kind of switch things up.
No, you definitely do. We're going to see this domination actually start to come in here. Phelps, he needs to win his 1v1 to probably secure his team to win in this round. The question is, can he do it? Missing a reaction shot, but he's going to catch that one right here. Now domination is 2 seconds away, and nobody's going to be able to stop this one.
Nicely played, once again from Epsilon, capitalizing on those small mistakes. But if you're Vitality, just to kind of touch on that again, if your strat isn't working to try and break, how do you change it up? Is there something specifically you can do?
So it looks like Epsilon, they're playing this bottom half of the map a lot better than Vitality. So what I would do right here, I wouldn't put nothing at the bottom of the map because it seems like Vitality's strat is to actually grab incense and to prevent, you know, just kind of stall that push down low on the neutral hill as much as possible and let the rest of their teammates play for the home hill. So when they do that, he needs to stall as long as possible while his teammates cap up top and kind of wait for reinforcements.
Well, Phelpsy currently sitting with 21 kills. It surprises if we take a look at his perspective to start this next round. Of course, there's a look at the break. Pretty much the same from both two squads, 4 players from each heading down towards that E neutral hill, and 1 player capping their home hill. But Phelpsy has already got his hands on those incense. We saw how effective he was at the end of last round, picked up a double kill with them.
See, D2 is down low. He's holding off the E hill by himself with those flame grenades, buying his team extra time for them to make this push up top. But they need to be quicker with this. And Phelpsy's going to get the heads up play. Kobe going to catch that one. And he's going to be in a 1-for-1 situation. But he's going to say, you know what? I'm just too nasty. I need to die as well here because you can't kill me.
He's just suicided. That was hilarious. Just kind of rolled back into his own instant. Would have been great if he took D2 down with him, but unfortunately not going to be able to do so. But you saw the play come in from Vitality. Epsilon just able to put a stop to it, though. As Hydro now, once again, he's going to secure E. D-Hill is being taken. And this game is spiraling out of Vitality's control here.
You know what? I just want to say D2 is doing a good job down low, buying time for his teammates to work up top. But they need to be a little bit more quicker because D2 is buying them that time. They need to really just fly to the other team's home hill and actually put that pressure there and make that happen for these guys. So right here, we're going to actually see D2. He's going to be playing back a little bit, waiting for his teammates to respawn before he actually push up here. And he's waiting for these new incense to be on respawn here. So buying his team some time here to respawn, and he's just going to be a little bit patient.
D2 looking to try and now go for the push. He has his teammates in support. There's 4 of them actually going for this down low E push. Of course, they want to try and break this before Epsilon is able to build an even bigger lead. As it stands, it's not too bad. Around about 20 points. D2 pushing up top. Should be able to clean up 1. Does so. That's Phelpsy. Now looking for the second. The support is going to be there. They do connect, but trades elsewhere on the map have gone down. So this is going to be a 3v3 momentarily. And D2, unfortunately, not going to clean up Ash. Ash doing a fantastic job of just staying alive. Should be able to pick up his teammate. Oh, I believe he was able to get the kill there on Joe.
Oh, Ash, this is a crucial 1v1. It all comes down to here. All 3 of those players that died comes down to this fight. And Ash wins that team fight for his team and secures his E-Hill.
Ash just kind of stood there like, hey, anyone else want to come? Anyone else? Come on, keep running at me. You may need to try and just juke out the way of those instincts, though. He just kind of sit there and says, you are not going to be able to shut me down. Ash sitting at 17 kills and instinct goes down over towards, I believe that's Fies, or is it D2? Gel actually cleans up that kill. So Gel doing a good job of juking the instant, but of course you can hear in the background the base is dropping 186 to 139. This has been all Epsilon. Gel now needs to win this 1v1 here at E. But time is ticking. You got to go, because as well as this, you're going to have to break the D hill as well. You really don't have time to waste, but his teammates elsewhere have fallen. Gel able to shut down Ash. D is also being taken this time. If he wins this, this is going to be a huge 1v1. Needs to make sure he connects with this shot. Is he going to be able to get it? The team support is coming in there. They've managed to stop the bleeding for now, but D hill is once again going to be broken. And Epsilon will regain control when they need to. But that was getting a little dangerous there towards the closing end of that game.
Yeah, it looked like Vitality was going to bring it back. You know, you got to appreciate, you know, Jails had the right amount of patience there. You know, he actually came out and win the 1v2 that he needed to secure that neutral hill for his team. But they were not able to hold the enemy's home hill long enough there for them to actually come out with that domination and come back here. So, Epsilon, game point. And Vitality, what do they want to do here? And they're going to actually choose to put M-Bar up top, which is gonna be good. It's gonna be a long-range weapon here. Probably get some picks from down low. Maybe pull 1 player up there away from the team fight. And, you know, we're going to see if they actually play for it.
Maybe we're back at 16-second respawn, so, I mean, what, you expect maybe one player from Epsilon to kind of go up for that? Probably the player who's going to cap your home hill. You'll have that 1v1 up top for the M-bar. But business as usual, still a 4v4 down at E, so Ember not having too big of an effect.
And, you know, and so if that player wins that 1v1 up top, he can help his teammates a lot quicker. And Epsilon is going to choose to run the same strat that Vitality did the round before here. But now, can they run it just a little bit better? That flame grenade is going to actually block off the entrance there. But that player still will make it through. And they actually got to get some help. And 4 players will go down here for Vitality. Epsilon just running through flames and just showing that, hey, you guys still cannot stop us.
And Sam, meanwhile, he's been able to pick up that M-bar at the top of the map. He's looking over towards F. You know, obviously, that is under their control. Can he try and put down some good shots over towards E? But, I mean, about him, I'm focusing on that Vitality spawn, right? And you can see where they're spawning. You know you're going to lose that neutral hill. Or you're going to regain the neutral hill, and you're going to lose Vitality's home hill. So you just got to try and hit these shots. Unfortunately for Sam, they're not able to hit anything just yet. It is Epsilon once again with the control of this round. Of course, this is their map point here as they currently sit 6 rounds up to just Vitality's 3. They win this, they go 1-0 up in this best of 3 grand final.
Now Sam, he's going to see this assault on his home hill. He's going to actually put away that M-bar, pull out a shot. He's going to have help from his teammate. These guys got to work together, and they're going to actually trade kills here. Meat shield fight. Who's going to come out on top? And for somehow, some way, Hydron stays alive, and he actually picks up 2 kills after taking so many shots to the face from that pistol. And Epsilon, it's a good even game here. No domination will happen. Vitality will get control over their home hill, and now Jails needs to be very, very patient and just wait for his teammates to respawn.
Base God Hydron just doing Hydron things, it seems. As now, of course, as you mentioned, 2-1 hill advantage in Epsilon's favor, 130-79. Gel looking to just try and overextend up top here, potentially put some pressure down on F, of course. Got to make sure you're timing that M-bar as well. Do bear that in mind. And keeping control up here could be vital if Vitality wants to try and make that comeback into this game. It's going to be Ash versus Gel. Gel needs to just be careful of those insins. Both have been wasted a little bit there, but no! Gel tries to push forward and pick up that kill. Would have been nice. It's not going to happen. And Epsilon looking good here to close out this map number 1.
Yeah, they just need to be patient. I would even play for the 3 cap at this point. Just hold your heels, call them out, put some pressure on these guys, and rotate away. You got 4 down. This is looking real slim here for Vitality.
Yeah, D2 is fresh off spawn. He's going to meet a couple of players over here, but as you mentioned, Epsilon just kind of playing it smart. They didn't overcommit that to a trip cap, recognizing that, hey, you know, crazy things can happen in escalation. You can lose a game if you overcommit a little bit, so they're going to play for points, and they're going to do just that. Nicely done as they take map number 1 here in the best of 3. A very convincing 7 rounds to just 3 from Vitality.